What up? My name is Dave Higgins. Welcome to Sandbox Xplorer. There's a few big AAA games coming out, as well as a few big indie games coming out, and I'm going to talk about some of those today. The first one would have made my first video of 10 open world games I'd like to see ported onto the Switch, but it didn't need to be on that list because it's actually already coming out for the Switch. On May 10th, you can finally play Saints Row the Third on Switch. I feel like most people are familiar with the series already, but if you're not, it started out as a GTA clone essentially for the first couple of games, but by the third one it really took on a mind of its own and became, how do I want to put it, GTA on all of the drugs, which apparently is a way to make a fantastic game. Now at the time of this filming, instead of $39.99, the game's on sale on the eShop for $35.99, so if you pre-purchase the game, you can save $4. I played the living daylights out of this game before on the PlayStation 3, and I'm gonna do it again on the Switch. Now I'm only talking about it briefly today because it's a preview. It's not actually out yet, so I can't provide you with a review of it yet, but I did finally invest in a capture card, so I will be giving you a good review when it comes out. Now related to Saints Row the game, there's actually talk of a Saints Row movie being made. The word is it's being directed by F. Gary Gray, who directed films such as Friday, The Negotiator, The Italian Job, Law Abiding Citizen, Straight Outta Compton, a couple films in the Fast and Furious franchise, as well as music videos for artists such as Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, Rick Ross, Jay-Z, Outkast, Coolio, and more. So his credentials seem to make him a really good fit for Saints Row. Now the next game will probably already be out by the time I release this video, but it's a sequel to a really fun indie game that's already out on the Switch, and having already talked about Saints Row being similar to Grand Theft Auto, the original game of this one was similar to Grand Theft Auto as well, being an open world game set in the city where you can perform actions in that vein. Of course I'm talking about Retro City Rampage. The sequel, Shakedown Hawaii, comes out May 7th for $19.99 on the eShop. Another game coming out this month was talked about at the last Nintendo Direct. For the King comes out May 9th. It's an adventure RPG strategy game with a really interesting flashy art style that looks like it'll be lots of fun to play. It's set to be $24.99, but if you pre-purchase on the eShop, it's set at $19.99 on sale at the moment. Darkwood is set to release on May 16th. It's a top-down survival horror game, but it limits your view so you can't see everything that's going on, and it looks like it's going to be a scary new addition to the Switch. You'll be able to pick up Darkwood when it comes out for $14.99. Now a really big deal comes out this month on the Switch, and that's Assassin's Creed 3. This remaster has already come out on other consoles already, but it's finally coming out for the Switch, and if this runs really well on the Switch, this could be a big door to be opened. It could mean the inclusion of other previous Assassin's Creed games, or possibly future Assassin's Creed games. A lot of you may already know that Assassin's Creed Odyssey is already on the Switch in Japan through streaming, but it's not on a physical game card and you have to have online. So this is a big deal for it to be on a game card or digitally downloaded so that you can play it whenever without an internet connection. Now I mentioned before in my first video that when it was shown in the Nintendo Direct, it kind of looked a little choppy, and I hope that that's not what the game looks like because that would be a little irresponsible to release it like that, but I doubt that the final project is actually going to look like that. Sometimes it could have a little bit of a lag or frame rate issues, but that happens sometimes, and you know, I can accept a little bit of that, but we'll see. I'm definitely going to be picking up the game at the end of the month, and I'll release a full review then. The price on the eShop isn't listed yet, but everywhere else it appears to be $39.99. Another big deal, well, 3 other big deals, also come out on May 21st. Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 1, and Resident Evil 4 all come out on the same day. Whether or not you played them before, or this is your first time playing, you now have the option to play arguably some of the best Resident Evil games at home and on the go. All 3 games are $29.99. Also available is the Origins Pack, which comes with 0 and 1 together, but that's physical only. Apparently, Jack fell. Well, that accidentally gave me a good segue into this next part. A Twitter user asked Randy Pitchford, is there any chance to see the Borderlands series on the Nintendo Switch? To which Randy replied, I would love to see that happen. Now that doesn't mean anything. All it means is that he would love to see that happen. Doesn't mean that it's gonna come out, but it sounds like if he wants it to come out, then there's a good chance that it might come out, so. We don't know which one that might be. It could be the new one, it could be 2, it could be 1. If you watch my first video, you know that I want it to be 2. But hey, if somehow 3 managed to come out for the Switch, that'd be awesome. Now, if you were a fan of the Nintendog series on the DS and the 3DS, then there's a new game coming out this month that you might be interested in. Little Friends, Dogs and Cats comes out May 27th for $49.99. If you're familiar with the Nintendog series, it seems like there's no more explanation needed. If you're not, it's pretty much taking care of dogs and cats, but in a video game. The price tag seems a little steep. I'm not sure if I'd pick it up for full price, but if there was a decent sale on it, I might jump on it. Now this doesn't come out this month, but it was announced today at this time of filming by Capcom that the original Devil May Cry game is coming to Switch this summer. They put out a tweet that says, "Relive the adventure that introduced the legendary Dante to the world with the original Devil May Cry, coming to Nintendo Switch this summer." And this isn't entirely brand new, and a lot of you probably know about it already, but in case you don't, I wanted to let you know. If you're a Twitch Prime member, you can get 12 months of Nintendo Switch online for free. All you have to do is log into your Twitch account. If you don't have it already, but you have Prime, then you just have to sign up for it. It's free if you have Prime. You can claim the first 3 months today, and after 60 days, you can claim the last 9 months. I'm not sure how long this offer is going to last for. It seems like it's going to be for a little while, but I'd strike while the iron's hot. That's all for today. I'm really looking forward to playing some of these games. I'll put up some reviews for some of them as they come out. I'll leave a link to all the games I mentioned today and the Twitch Prime offer as well. Leave me a comment down below, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget that little bell. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you next time.